Hello everyone! Today I'm going to talk to you about some new goodies that I got in. I am wearing a brand new lipstick and brand new foundation, so all of that information will be coming soon in this video. But first, let's get started with some Bauble Bar. I actually got a few of these beautiful statement pieces in, and I just really wanted to show you how gorgeous they are. I've actually had them on my wish list for a while, but I really like statement jewelry, and I especially love necklaces. This is the Smoky Frank bib in gray, and this is offered in several different colors, but the gray variation was my favorite. Yay! I love that little sticker there, it's so cute. And I just felt the gray is bold, but it actually makes it a little bit more wearable as opposed to the colorful versions. I really love how it has a almost tribal effect due to the layering of the pieces. I also have a really big soft spot for opal, so I just love the way this necklace looks. I think it's so cute, and it actually feels functional too, because the way the necklace sits, it's not too dainty and it's not too bold. Next up, we have the opal wreath collar, which is one of my favorites that Bauble Bar offers. This one is super popular, as you can see, because it's more of a timeless piece, so I find that this looks really great with crew neck tops or even just a dress. I just love that this particular necklace feels so weighty, and the opal actually looks expensive because it glistens very much like a real opal. Now, I think the best thing about Bauble Bar is that they offer a wide variety of both formal and casual jewelry. So I'm going to show you one of my casual picks. This is the gold enigma necklace. This has such a versatile shape, and you can adjust the length of the bottom half of the necklace as much as you would like, so you can wear it at your collarbone or you can drag it down to your bust. It just depends on how you want to enhance your body's proportions. So I think this is a really cool, simple necklace, and I just think that the rhinestone detailing makes this a little bit more girly, because we all love a little bit of sparkle. And last but not least, I do have a pair of earrings. So Bauble Bar does offer more than necklaces. It's just simply what I happen to prefer. But normally I also prefer statement pieces for earrings, like big pearls and big rhinestone studs. Today, however, I actually decided to try a pair of dangly earrings, and I just find that because these are so much more delicate, they're better for hot weather in the summer. I just like how they have the marble accents. It's not like a completely marble piece of earring, and I like the contrast between the white and the bluish tone of the marble with the gold. And just so you can get an idea of the length of the drop, I'll pop them on for you. I actually love them more now that I have them on. I just like how it highlights my hair. It just brightens up the shadowy area behind my neck. They are a little bit trendy, but I do think that these Howlite guillotine jobs are really chic, so definitely check them out. Plus, I have a coupon code for you guys. It's Raeview, so check out the details down below in the description box. Now moving on to the lipstick, which I'm sure many of you are curious about. This is by Clé de Peau. It's one of their extra rich lipsticks, and they were reformulated a little while back, about a year or so ago, and I actually love the new colors, but I haven't really gotten around to trying very many of them. This was actually sent to me by my friend Grace, and we actually became friends through Instagram actually, but we still haven't even met yet because the last time I was in Singapore, we both had really hectic schedules and we weren't able to meet up. But Grace, thank you so much for this lipstick. I'm really in love with it. Many of you know that my lips are ultra dry, ultra sensitive, just about everything makes them peel. So there's only a handful of lipsticks that I can really wear comfortably, but the extra rich definitely is one of those formulas. I think Clé de Peau has nailed the nourishing formulas, and I really feel that this lipstick is so glossy on its own, but it's still fairly long lasting. It's not quite as pigmented as Tom Ford's lipsticks, but it's definitely worth the splurge. So now we're going to discuss the foundation that I'm wearing. I know a lot of you will be curious about it because it is fairly new. This is the Nude Air Nude, and this is a serum foundation, and I wasn't convinced at first. In fact, the very first time I applied it freshly over skincare, no primer, no base. I just waited about 10 seconds for my moisturizer to set, and alone it was terrible. It caked up. It made I had to do my skincare all over again, so I really didn't want to use it, but I actually love it now because I asked my sister how I should apply this, and her friend works for Dior. The Dior sales associate instructed me to mix it in with a moisturizer that I really like. So because my normal to dry skin has been suffering a little bit from dullness and a little bit more dehydration, I figured I would use the Kogendo Moisture Milk, and it's just absolutely phenomenal when mixed in with this Nude Air. It actually creates more tinted moisturizer coverage, but it just prevents my pores from being accentuated by the dryness of this foundation. As far as serum foundations go, Sisley's is still my favorite, hands down. That Sizzly foundation is just amazing, and I can put it on right after I put on my moisturizer. But as far as this Dior Nude Air goes, it's the perfect color for me. 021 is linen, and it has just enough yellow. It brightens my skin. I don't have to set with powder. So this is going to be my new everyday foundation, just because I get to mix it with my moisturizer. Not only is it fun, it has that interactive thing going on for it, but I just like the way it looks on the skin. Now for some skincare. My friend at Natural and Chic Makeup, who does amazing swatches, by the way. She's ultra fast and really amazing at descriptions, at color descriptions, so definitely check out her blog. She recommended the Solwasu Overnight Revitalizing Mask. This is one of her favorite skincare products, and she raves about it on Instagram all the time. So because I really do like Solwasu, and I've always had positive experiences with their products, I figured I would give this a try. And I really do like this. It's pretty interesting because it doesn't have the standard gel texture for an overnight mask. In fact, it's more like a fluid moisturizer. It's like a creamy moisturizer that you slather on, and you can use it alone, but Solwasu actually recommends that you use it on top of your normal evening skincare routine. And so I guess you use this in place of a night cream. And I did find that it was really effective. I love the way it smells, so I can see why my friend loves this product so much. I am going to give it a few more runs before I give it a detailed review, but as far as first recommendations go, I give it a thumbs up. Next up, we have the new Solwasu Capsulized Ginseng Fortifying Serum, and I actually really like this, and I like this more than the ginseng cream that I featured in one of my skincare videos last year. It's an amazing cream. It works really, really well, especially if you have more sensitive skin. However, I think I will be replacing that cream with this fortifying serum. The serum is super light and it feels like a gel, but it absorbs really quickly and dries down, so it makes this perfect for layering. This is the, again, capsulized ginseng, and I actually love the packaging. Most of Solwasu's bottles are really gorgeous, but this glass in particular is actually sheer and translucent at the top, so you can see the product inside. And it actually has these little capsules. I think that's why they call it capsulized. And the bubbles burst when you apply the serum onto your skin. Just as a note, this one does smell strongly of ginseng, so you have been warned, but this is very effective. I think that this is also a good alternative to the SK2 Repair C serum that I also love. So definitely check this out. In general, I think Solwasu skincare is the right balance between price and performance, and it has that natural element that I really like because I think they're more unique when it comes to the skincare market. Now we're going to take a quick break from the beauty stuff. Don't worry, I have extra bits to show you, but I just wanted to talk to you about my love for Birkenstocks. I actually discovered Birkenstocks a few years ago before they became insanely popular, mostly because I needed to wear them at home. So because I was running, because I was weightlifting really heavily, I decided to buy Birkenstocks to wear at home to realign my feet. So I actually got this tip from the bag snob, and turns out she was right because it actually does help my feet a lot. And I just feel like these Birkenstocks that I got in a couple weeks ago are perfect. They're patent leather and they also have a leather footbed. So the reason why I decided to talk about these is because the leather footbed is so much more comfortable, and I'm always looking for comfortable shoes, especially because after heels at a long event when I've been wearing, you know, 4 or 5 inch stilettos for 8 straight hours, I can't wait to get back into my Birkenstocks, and these are just unbelievably comfortable. I know they're not the best looking shoe, but the sizing in this is also something I wanted to discuss. Normally I wear a 36 in Birkenstock, but in these I actually got a 37. They run a little bit more narrow, so it's actually better for my tiny feet. So I'm just going to show you the original version that I got in the same color. So on my left, and you're viewing right, I have the original Birkafloor Birkenstock, and it's a little wider at the top where the first buckle is near the toes, whereas this one, the patent leather upper with the leather footbed, is actually a little bit more narrow. Furthermore, there's not really much of a difference between the size 36 and 37 in length, especially because I've been running again. I really wear my Birkenstocks even more, and I know some people hate them and some people think they're a fashion statement, but I really just wear them because they make my feet feel good. And I also have these amazing Lovers and Friends denim shorts, but I actually sized up to 25 for that extra loose fit. Not only can I slip a bikini under them for summertime when I'm just walking beau around, I just think that a looser fit is more appropriate. Plus it comes with extra length. And these are just really soft denim. They're really comfortable. So I'm absolutely head over heels for these Lovers and Friends denim shorts, and I actually think I might buy a different color in size 24 for for when I want something less casual and more dressed up. It's nice to have options. Now we're going to wrap up this haul with Rae Morris brushes. She does have my name, so I figured I had to review these at one point or another. And Beautylish got all the brushes that Rae makes, and I'm going to start with Radiance, not only because it comes with its own box, but this is her signature brush. And this is the updated one actually. It comes in the dark brown wood. This one is my favorite because I feel like for my smaller hands it's easier to grip, plus it's a little bit thicker, so I feel like it looks more luxurious, and the fibers are a little bit softer. So this can be used for powder, it could be used for liquid foundation, for highlighter, for bronzer. This is a fabulous multitasker, and this takes on the tradition of Japanese brushes. You can't really find many American brands that make these. I know Becca makes one, but I have it, and this one is actually a lot better. So even though the Rae Morris one is more expensive, I do think it's worth the extra money. Plus it comes in this keepsake box, so that way you don't ruin it when you travel with it. Last but not least, I have the Ultimate Cheekbone, which is very similar to the Radiance in terms of the kabuki look, but it has an angle to the powder, so you can contour out those cheekbones with powder products. And I think that this one is a fabulous contour brush. I know everyone's into small square rectangulars and just contouring in general, but I think the best contours are just simple with a little bit of powder. And not only is it easy, it's more effective, and it actually looks more natural. So I highly recommend this if you like the contouring trend. Even if you don't, you can actually use this to place blush, or even if you have a small face and you find that most powder brushes are too large, definitely try this one. Laura Mercier did make a version that's fairly similar to this. She might still make it, but this one is much more tapered. I have seen it in person. I'm just not taking it out of the packaging yet because everyone knows a beauty blogger has to photograph anything before she uses it. But this one is very much tapered. It's not quite like the Laura Mercier, which is really, really fluffy. So I highly recommend this, again, if you love contouring or if you just love powder in general. Now that is a wrap for this incredibly long haul, so if you have any further questions, or if you want to learn more about the foundation that I am wearing today, again, it's the Dior Nude Air. Definitely check out my blog post. All of that will be linked down below. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Don't forget to swing by BaubleBar.com/Raeview to check out these beautiful pieces and more. Use code Raeview at checkout for 20% off your first purchase.